Hi, I'm Turk Strongman at Tharanki Ramataraka. Thank you for selecting this video on connecting self-mastery development, personal self-mastery development to human species evolvement. But before I continue, something's bothering me. It's the fact that maybe you haven't yet subscribed to this channel. I think it's in your own best interest to go ahead and do that right now. And then activate the notification bell feature while you're at it. Share the joy of the channel with others. And one more thing. If by the end of this video you find that you like it, then please remember to give it a thumb up so that I know that. With those things now having been humbly requested, let's move on. Sometimes I have nearly lost all hope and faith in humanity. And I think for good reasons, plural. I know of others who claim to have no hope for humanity. Humanity, in some respects, does seem to be on the brink of extinction, one way or another, for one reason or another. Well, yet, the earth is still rather well populated with people. Perhaps some natural disaster, like those that have purportedly occurred in the past, nearly wiping everybody out, could happen again, right? Perhaps is self-extinction. Maybe one big bang, gone. Perhaps humanity as we know it fade away, slowly being replaced by something else. Perhaps transhumanism will take its course in the near future. All forms of at least near extinction, at least of humanity, the human species, the human being, as we know it is to be. Now, is it healthy to think along these terms? It may be realistic. Is it healthy to always maintain firmly a realistic point of view about affairs? Maybe not. Depends on the situation. Context relative. For example, if an individual finds that human society is depressing, that the human condition, perhaps as opposed to human nature, the human condition is wretched, and that is depressing, a bit traumatic. Is it healthy to go around depressed in connection with that? Probably not. a recognition of the state of affairs, an acknowledgement of the state of affairs, an acknowledgement of a corresponding emotional response to that, a normal response to a depressed situation, a normal reaction to perhaps an insane situation, but then not maintain that because it's unhealthy to do so. Why feel happy? Why feel optimistic when the outlook is not one that engenders optimism? I once faced this question myself. Why shouldn't I feel depressed? Why shouldn't I feel angry? The only answer I could come up with at the time, and it took me several months to figure one out, that I couldn't refute. The only answer I was able to come up with, at least at first, was because it feels better to feel otherwise than what I was feeling. That was it. It feels better to feel better. But what if we really do see no hope for humanity, but we are interested in our own personal evolvement? But we don't have any hope. We feel that humanity's evolvement, development, constructive evolvement, just hopeless. That perhaps humanity should fade away. And perhaps that may be the case. I can see plenty of good reasons for that. I think they are good ones. For example, here on this planet, I don't think we even fit in very well with other species of plant, with a plant or animal. Most animals, most zoological organisms on this planet shy away from us. There are other entities that inhabit this plane, but which are of a different natural order than we are, and we cannot see them. You can refer to the last chapter, chapter 11, in my narration of the book, The Astral World, to know what sorts of things I'm referring to here. They don't really mind our presence. They can see us, we can't see them. They just don't like the way we feel, our whole emanation. They don't have anything against you, man. They just don't like the emanation we put out. Most animals, if you notice, to get them to like us, we have to domesticate them. We have to breed them for that. Otherwise, they stay away from us. Why might that be? As far as I know, we're the only species that needs to put clothes on to endure the elements. It needs to put clothes on. Not in all parts of the world and not all peoples, no, but the majority of the human, members of the set of humanity, we got to put clothes on our skin. It's fragile. Rub up against the wrong bush or something, and you get injured. Got to put on protection. It's like as if They really don't even fit on this planet. The environment is, we're not suited for it. Those things all notwithstanding, they're all understandable. But notwithstanding, if you are a member of humanity, and sure you are, at least to a significant extent, if you're listening to my voice right now and looking at this video, why would you be concerned with your own personal evolvement? If you have no hope for humanity, you're a member of humanity. Might it not be the case that if you think that you can evolve on your own, that perhaps there are others who may be able to do the same or who believe the same? And if you think that you can do it, that maybe you actually need the help and clues from others, like me here, that perhaps you can be of the same kind of assistance to others. In other words, you're not alone in this, and that humanity is not completely hopeless. In other words, if you can't do it by yourself, but you believe that you can do this, but you need others' help, then it's not all of humanity that's hopeless, in your opinion. You do have some latent faith, but intellectually it's hard to get your mind wrapped around that because of what you see. But what am I really getting at? I feel drawn suddenly here to show more interest in making more videos, to demonstrate interest. That just occurred to me here. To focus a little more than I have done so far here on my channel on how we can engineer our thinking, our conceiving, our mentating concerning our own personal evolvement, self-mastery, and movement toward true selfhood, to expand that to include the rest of humanity. And I'm not referring to, say, those who meditate for world peace, those who meditate on the parts of everybody. I'm referring to something a little different, and I don't quite know how to articulate that yet. But I do have a notion, a general notion. I catch the general spirit of the thing. But like I said, I don't have a very good way to articulate exactly what I'm saying yet. But one thing I'll point out, and then close the video here. If you heard of the 100th monkey phenomena, you know, the 100th monkey thing, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a phenomenon. It's an event that does occur. It seems to be the case. Well, I said it does occur, so let's just get past seemings and appearances and say it is the case that when about 100 people adopt a new point of view, something different than what's been the norm for a long time, like an invention, let's say. Somebody comes up with something something new in one place, and in some other part of the world, maybe somebody else comes up with the same thing. Things tend to happen like that, you know. All within the same, let's say, 100 years. People in various different locations without contact with one another, without knowing this thing is going on somewhere else with somebody else, they'll come up with the same thing. But it doesn't catch on as a thing until right around 100 people have all separately come up with this or followed suit. It takes about 100 people. Then suddenly it tends to catch on. So maybe we can use that. Maybe we can intentionally use that. Maybe we can go ahead with directed focus, directed attention, and intent. Go about our self-mastery, involvement, and evolvement with that in mind. Maybe that's one more motive to add to your list of motives. As, you know, something very specifically worded in this direction, this specific direction, to take part in making this phenomena occur on behalf of all of humanity. Sure, we may have the general motive to gain our own self-control, mental discipline, our own personal sovereignty, establish the sovereignty of our true selves, as part of doing your own role, the part you can do in humanity. Can't control others, you can control yourself. Clean up your own backyard first, that kind of thing, yes. But I'm talking about specifically with respect to the 100th monkey phenomenon. Now, if you do that and you have no faith in humanity at all, then something is inconsistent and perhaps really close to contradictory about your beliefs. If you have noticed the 100th monkey thing, and you do believe in your own personal evolvement, and you combine those two, then you cannot consistently maintain zero hope for humanity. That doesn't make sense. It's logically vacant. There. Oh, and it would be psychologically unhealthy to pursue that logical vacancy. Be one of those 100 who has that intent. Thank you for choosing this video. Did you like it? Then give it a thumb up. And if you're still wasting your time, that is, you didn't subscribe to the channel yet, then do it now. Activate the notification bell feature. Share the joy of this channel with others. What's this channel called? Where did you hear this right now? It's Ryan Q. Raman Chirakin. I'm Turk Strongman. Go be well.